God's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we've watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets a red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Hi, this is a missing man table. We do this at ceremonies. The tablecloth is white, symbolizing the purity of their motives when answering the call to duty. The single red rose displayed in the vase reminds us of the life of each of the missing and their loved ones and friends of those Americans who keep the faith, awaiting answers. The vase is tied with a red ribbon, symbolizing our continued determination to occupy for our account to our missing. A lemon. A slice of lemon on the bread plate is to remind us of their bitter fate. For those who were captured and missing in a foreign land. The salt. A pinch of salt symbolizes the tears of those missing and their families. The Bible. The Bible represents the strength gained to our faith to sustain those lost from our country, founded as one nation under God. The glass. The glass is inverted to symbolize their inability to share in their evening today. No toast. The chair is empty. They are missing. Thank you.
I'm honored to speak with you today on such an important occasion. We're here today to honor our servicemen and remember their sacrifices they have made and the courage it takes to defend honor, duty, and country. The writer Michael de Montaigne once said, "Valor is stability, not of legs and arms, but of courage and soul." We're here today to honor our heroes, to remember their achievements, their courage, and their dedication, and to say thank you for their sacrifices. Thinking of the heroes who joined us in the group today, and those who are here only in spirit, a person can't help to feel awed by the enormity of what we encounter. We stand in the midst of patriots and their families and friends, and those who have nobly served. Millions of Americans have fought and died on battlefields here and abroad to defend our freedoms and our way of life. Today our troops continue to make the ultimate sacrifices, and even as we lose troops, more Americans step forward to say, "I am ready to serve." They follow in the footsteps of generations of fine Americans.
Started this, maybe 7 or 8 people, plus the vets, and we've really grown. We have, as the city has grown, the organizations have grown, and I got to tell you, when you pull up here and you see American flags from one end of the place to the other, I don't know. I think it has significant purpose. That no matter what you hear about our country going to hell in a hay basket, it's not. Your country is not going to fold. Your country is always going to be the colors of red, white, and blue. And one thing we're noted for, we'll fight like hell for freedom and our rights. And if we don't get them, somebody's going to go down, and it's not going to be this country. I guarantee that. And if you're a veteran, let me tell you something. Your service, your value is not in vain. You look around. John Wayne was to me, one of my total heroes. And when we do the From Sea to Shining Sea, he is absolutely right. We are Americans, and we will be Americans forever. So I want to thank everyone that's here this morning. You're here for a reason. You're here because you are showing your utmost concern and values for what we stand for what we're about. And I just want to I want to thank the band. But the most honorable persons we have are our veterans, and they're all here, and they're here to support us. So I always close this time. I don't think I've missed too many of these, but I always want to close with this. God bless America. God bless our city. God bless all the freedoms we have. And God bless our veterans.
%19 of all veterans, military veterans, 19% are police officers. This is United States wide. That's not a lot of folks, but they still answer the call to duty. Our next speaker is that person, Mr. Mitch Alvarez, from the Brentwood Police Department.
Good morning to all. What a great day to be an American. For on this day, we say thank you to our current soldiers, airmen, Coast Guardsmen, and Marines. Today, we are here to honor all of our current service members and veterans, and those throughout the country for answering the call to duty and the sacrifices made to this country. Please, everyone, a round of applause for all the veterans here today. Standing here as a veteran and thinking about all the world wars our country was involved in, Korea, Vietnam, and thinking about those brave warriors who fought in those wars, it's both humbling and an honor to be celebrated with them. Service members come in all forms, genders, race, and ethnicities, and from all parts of the country. But they share the same fundamental qualities. They possess courage, determination, selflessness, honor, and integrity. Each military branch may be different and give each other a hard time, but it is for these shared qualities that we protect and respect each other as brothers and sisters do. Each service member is proud to have followed in the footsteps of past generations, and we remain equally proud to see current service members continue to possess the same fundamental qualities. It is for veterans that we owe our freedoms to: the freedom of speech, the freedom to vote, the freedom to press, the freedom of religion, and though not guaranteed, but most important, is the pursuit of happiness. It is for veterans that we come together on this day to thank them for their service to our great country and our freedoms which they have protected. On behalf of the Brentwood Police Department, the City of Brentwood, I would like to thank the VFW, the American Legion, and the Marine Corps League for allowing me to speak to you all today. In my department, there are several former service members. So I'm just one of them, which continue to serve our community. Thank you all for being in attendance here to honor our service members and our veterans. Thank you.
Round of applause for Mr. Daniel Nelson.
Hello, thank you. Thanks for having me here. It's an honor to be able to talk to you all and to celebrate Veterans Day with you. I'd like to thank all the veterans present for their service. I'd like to thank every one of you for your commitment to the community and your engagement with each other. That's a huge, important process of building as a nation and as a community. It's the responsibility of each individual to be engaged with each other and to grow the future generations and ensure the future and prosperity of our nation and our cities. I'm not from here, but I got here just as quick as I could. So thank you for having me. I actually work for East Contra Costa Fire Protection District, not Contra Costa. So that's a great privilege that I was given, and I take it to heart to provide service in this community with every bit of fiber that I can manage. Thank you for having me. Try and do your best to reach out to each other, keep that community tight, especially in the veterans field. We lose a lot of people back home more than overseas, and that's something that we can address on an individual level. You don't have to be a veteran to reach out and try and help these people when they come home. They did their time, and they need that support when they get here, when their families, their friends, and their communities. It's an easily manageable situation, and if we all pull together, we'll get through it like we always have. Thank you again for this opportunity to speak. God bless.
Land that I love, stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above, from the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home, from the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans, white with foam. God bless America. God bless America. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Phil Height, everybody. Terrific vocalist. Thank you, Phil. This is Hannah. Thank you. This concludes our Veterans Day celebration. We want to thank and honor all those veterans that are here today, the veterans that are not with us, and the veterans that are continuing to serve our country. Thank you. May peace be with everyone.